Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
We're going to be doing 2 full reviews for you guys today. That's right, 2 DC reviews because 2 bombshell things took place last week.
Bombshell, though.
No, not the book DC Bombshells.
Right.
No, we're talking about 2 different books. First one is Dark Knight's Metal #2, which is written by Scott Snyder with art by Greg Capullo. We're going to have a short break, and then we're going to do Action Comics number 987, which is written by Dan Jurgens with art by Victor Bogdanovic, which is a friend of the show because he drew my comic book. Plug in the description below this video. So, let's get into it. But first, let me tell you what happened in Dark Knight's Metal. In another issue that sets things up rather than pays them off, Dark Knight's Metal #2 continues with a rather exciting chase around the world while the Justice League tries to detain and question their once and former ally Batman about a possible world-ending prophecy. The Bat family fools the League, we get a Capullo-drawn Swamp Thing, and Kendra discovers the Immortals are going to execute their ultimate option. Superman and Wonder Woman finally converge on Batman and he reveals his ultimate plan, which involves a lot of continuity and refers to a couple of events, so bear with me. He's going to use Baby Darkseid from the Darkseid War to use the Omega Sanction from Final Crisis to go back in time, again, to defeat an ancient evil that noticed him the first time around. Instead, it turns out that Batman was a rube the entire time and is tricked into opening a doorway to a dark multiverse, unleashing a horde of evil Bat versions of the Justice League upon the Earth. Whew! And that's a little bit of a roundup for you about what happened in the book, so let's get into our initial thoughts on this issue. Ben, what'd you think of this one?
Oh my god, this was a little bit of a slog.
Right? These last 2 issues have been like, here's information you need.
And here's a lot, and it's kind of crazy. And here's a dark side, baby.
Yeah. Tiffany?
Well,
Yeah. That should be like all the reviews.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, look, in the last page, I was promised Dream.
He was in it.
Not in the last page.
No.
For like
Hey.
a hot second.
Here you go. Also, they lied.
He was
Goodbye.
He was in that book 100% more than I thought he was going to be. It was really dense. So dense. And let me tell you, it's kind of rough. And I had a really big issue with the continuity problems because this is a crisis, which is usually meant to adjust continuity or make some big event, some shift, some colossal change in the DC universe.
Oh, there was a giant shift. We have the last element, the 5th one, the most important one.
Yes. Batmanium, which was actually established in Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run before.
Or Batmanium.
Yeah, or Batmanium. Either way, sucks.
Yes.
I think that's horrible. I think that's stupid and lazy. I just hate it. I hate it the same way when we were in the theater and we saw Avatar and they were like, this element that you can't have anywhere else. Unobtainium?
Well,
Screw you, you lazy bastards.
They could have called it Bruce Waynium.
Or Insanium.
Yeah, this series is kind of cool, I think.
Well, we'll see.
The problem is it doesn't live up to the title.
Well,
Because they want you to think yeah, so far, 2 issues.
yeah.
Okay,
Not
thanks.
nearly as metal as it needs to be.
See, look, he's right here.
It says, oh yeah, there's get over it! What'd you think of the writing for this issue? I thought it was pretty good. I mean, here's the thing. If you don't like Scott Snyder, you are going to hate this book because it's all Scott Snyderisms.
Let me say something right now. If we could have, 80% fewer puns in this...
No.
That was my
That's
problem.
the fun of the book.
That was the problem I had with this book, honestly.
Yeah.
It was just it was pun. I'm like, this is supposed to be really serious. This is a harrowing
But it's also
time.
silly and stupid, because it's comic books, lol.
It's not silly and stupid. You saw Superman punch Batman through the chest.
And it was like, what happened?
No.
Oh, it's Clayface.
Alright, guys. Chill out. What I'm trying to say is
I mimicked his heartbeat perfectly.
that...
Or it was transmitted somehow.
He was transmitting.
he was transmitting it. He had it on, and then it was in
Clayface, yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't he hear the electronic frequency and crap?
Yes.
Wouldn't he scan the body and see it? Come on.
He was frantic.
Yeah.
He's not as pulled
Trying to save
together
it.
as...
That's actually one of the few things I really liked about the issue was Superman and Batman's relationship, where Superman's like, we're brothers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes!
Yeah.
You got it!
But, I know your heartbeat. Almost as good as I know Lois's. Then how did it take you that long to find me?
That's fair.
Well, he was up there.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He's doing a lot of
So,
things.
you're not a big fan of the humor.
Yeah, well, I mean, I appreciate humor and things, especially, humor in the face of, true darkness. The fact, I love Shaun of the Dead, which is like it has comedy.
It's like
elements.
almost just a horror movie.
Right, but then like you have these incredibly sad moments that like, you know, are surrounded by humor.
Yeah.
This humor for me isn't really disarming as much as it's out of place.
Yes.
For me.
I agree with you.
Literally, like, Batman becomes a dark god, or like a gateway for a dark god in this that is meant to like destroy our universe? Question mark?
Right.
And we, like, and I get, like, Green Arrow talking about monkey business, but, like, each one of them has, like, a thing that they have to say.
Yes, everyone has a little joke.
Right? And I'm like, they are literally, like, in this incredibly tense moment, and it's like,
but that's
I get
usually what's
some
used to
of
break
them,
the tension.
some of them.
Right, but not...
All
it's a
of them.
constant
But they're
barrage.
hunting one of their own.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something you'd really make a light of.
No, it's true. I mean, like, I agree. I don't think that Snyder's humor really hits most of the time. Okay. So the puns I get.
He's definitely building a world here.
Well, yeah, or at least capitalizing on the world that he spent the last 5 years building.
That being said, he used Swamp Thing.
He did use Swamp Thing because Greg Capullo really wants to
get off my lawn.
The ultimate get off my lawn moment. Get off of me.
I mean, he drew him like amazing.
Capullo really wants to do like a Swamp Thing series.
Oh,
and Snyder actually wrote a Swamp Thing series for the New 52, so we'll have to check that out.
I'm just saying, like, good for him.
No, it's true.
He used Swamp Thing.
I like that he used Final Crisis. There's a lot of neat stuff in here that I really like.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm like, I could do without. Or at the very least, I'm like...
I couldn't stand the Dark Side Baby.
Really?
I hated it.
That you, my friend, are not going to like Dark Side War.
Nope. But I have a Dark Side Baby. I'll just use him to use the Omega Sanction.
Yeah,
it's a baby.
He's not going to listen to you. He's not going to listen to you. I was actually kind of interested to see how he was going to trigger the Omega Sanction. I don't know how. Changing his diaper? I don't know.
Really, in my opinion, Darkseid should have come back as a cat.
Yes.
Because his personality fits
such
a little
dick.
more cat.
Aloof. Yeah, no, that's true.
Just use the Omega Sanction.
Yeah. No!
Stop it! Hey.
No, Darkseid, get off.
Oh!
There goes the universe. But yeah, the writing it's standard fare. It's Snyder. I think he needs more pages, because the problem is there's so much exposition, there's so much world building, like you said, but it's all crammed in like 6 panels on one page.
Yeah.
It's just spread it out, man. Get some room, you know.
You're also
you got Greg Capullo, double the page limit. If we gotta pay more for it, fine, as long as there's more. But this is, I don't know. It just felt too dense.
You're also getting the narration that is mirroring the story, and the whole narration is like, but I should have warned you that this is going to happen. And you're like, yeah, he already would have read all of that, so this is not a surprise.
Yeah.
You giving me the information now is like, what? At the end of the book, when everything's finally done, is the journal going to be like, and then it was all happy ever after?
I mean, yes, that's exactly how it's going to end. Damn it. What'd you think of the art? I thought it was great.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. I mean, like, Capullo...
That's why the book is selling.
I mean...
Well, no, the book
I think that's why the book is...
selling.
I think that's why people make excuses for it.
I'm sure that is part of it. I mean, like, everyone loves to see Capullo, like, be able to stretch his muscles and, you know, pretty much put, like, all these, like, ideas and bring them to life. You know what I mean? Like... So I don't think that's the only reason why the book is selling. I think people are willing to, like, forgive things because of the fact that, A, we don't necessarily know what he's doing just yet,
and B, it looks awesome.
Well, yeah, it looks awesome, but people like the nostalgia of, like, the Snyder Capullo, like, team up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, this is like, hey, remember when he did this?
Yeah, remember when we didn't know how awesome it was going to be?
The weird thing for me with him is his noses.
Yes.
Some of them are kind of weird.
They're a little weird. His Superman's a little weird.
Superman's nose a little
bat
weird.
headlight.
Oh my god. It's branding, Ben. You gotta have that branding.
The bat hog.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, like when he's... the Legion of Doom headquarters was awesome. But no, yeah, his headlamp... What? The symbol of the bat is meant to strike fear in the hearts of criminality. How is your silly headlamp supposed to frighten anyone? Is it just him like... Am I not gonna get that it's Batman's?
That's just it. Like, I get it. You could make him have a gadget that doesn't need to be in the shape of a bat.
No!
But fine, you want to make it? Put it on for a second, and then it gets knocked off in the next panel, so we don't have to look at it. No, it's always there!
Yeah. Well, I remember when Batman used to have gadgets that were like the shape of the things that they usually were. You know, like you had like a transmitter, and it was a box, but a little bat on it. It wasn't a bat box, where he's like yelling at the R&D people, Like, I don't care what you have to do, you gotta make it 20% smaller, it's gotta be in the shape of my logo.
And then we get an interesting splash page.
Yes,
All right, so what do you guys think of Barbados?
I don't even know which one it is.
Barbados. We have to say Barbados.
Because otherwise you're going to say Barbados.
I'm just going to think of the vacation.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, what a lovely location.
Well, here's my question. Is he the hooded figure, or is he like a corporeal mass right now?
That is represented in all of them.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both.
See, I assume that he is the big hooded figure, and all the other characters are basically his
minions. Yeah. Well, I assume that as well.
Aspects of him, but not him.
Well, yeah, but
are they all going to be Horcruxes?
I don't know.
And you gotta kill each one.
I would prefer it if we hadn't seen him. That's why I'm hoping
that it's not him. I agree because
isn't that more metal to reveal him later on?
It'll be more Lovecraftian to be like, there's this unseen thing, this force, this entity that doesn't care about you, or it cares deeply about you for no good damn reason.
Right, but then it's like, no, you thought you really thought this was it?
Yeah.
You thought this was it?
No,
you can't even imagine what's coming.
Right. That'd be awesome. And this thing, which is cool, is just the tip of the iceberg.
They're like, this is the antithesis of him. Much like this looks like Ares to me for Wonder Woman.
But it's Wonder Woman, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think for some of them where they felt like
they have it's almost like the dark universe bled through into our universe to inspire different opponents, which is why the actual Batman analog is the Joker, and why Doomsday is Superman's, and why Ares is Wonder Woman's. It's like, and Flash can be Flash because Flash's greatest nemesis is always the speedster anyway. You know, there you go.
And then Green Lantern is just...
It's just, I don't even know. We haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
So.
Is some bizarre Green Lantern Mr. Freeze.
It's like, well, we'll figure it out.
And maybe this is saying that Aquaman's greatest nemesis is Mera.
No question. At the very least...
Well, she does rule the seas. I mean, come on.
Let me tell you something. The only thing that I am most excited for is Comic-Con after this splash page comes out.
I know!
I'm looking forward to seeing Aquabat and Ares and so forth. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, but not all the Robin minions. That's creepy.
You're going to see a lot of those. I like the idea of the Robin minions as more than I like... Well, who knows? I want to see them in action. I really want to see the Batman
I like
laughs.
the homage to the costume, which is the costume that Jason Todd had when he was beaten to death.
Yes.
With a crowbar.
Very cool.
By the
and the
Joker.
fact that they're on chains, much like hyenas.
Yeah. But is that why they say crow? Because of the crowbar?
I wonder.
In any case, Dark Knight's Metal #2 came out last week. It is dense and huge. If you want to get into it, I recommend you jump on board with issue 1 because you only got 2 issues to go, and see for yourself where this ride goes. Can you guys recommend it?
I know I said it was a slog, but still, yes, I do recommend it because I think this is going someplace cool. So, yeah, get on board.
Tiffany?
Yes, Blue Beetle needs to change his face mask, but yes.
Well, that's
yeah. It's just weird and it's just not.
Well, I think Capullo didn't like drawing that one.
He looks like a Saban cartoon.
He does. Yes, he does. Good call.
That's it.
Saban?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I do recommend this. So then the fact that it's we don't know where this is going yet. I think there's a lot of promise here, regardless of our nitpicks. I'm holding out hope for Dream.
No question. I think you're going to see a resurgence of the Endless after this. So, we'll take a quick break, and then we're jumping into Action Comics number 987. We don't normally do this kind of promotional thing, but I really, really responded to this company and what they did. It is a paid promotion, so buckle in, but I don't take paid promotions unless I believe in it or I like what they have to sell.
Right.
That's how our t-shirts work, and that's how this works. So over at Slab Pro, they make these fun little inserts. You know how you get a bag and a board, and the board is made of cardboard, and so as such, like, let's say you're looking at a book from one angle, you can see through it, but on the other angle, it's just a white, or in some cases, cardboard-colored back.
Yeah.
In the case of Slab Pro, these guys provide these rigid plastic backings for bags and boards. So you can see the backs of them.
Oh, they're clear.
They're clear, exactly. And more rigid, so they actually are a little sturdier than your usual bags and boards. I actually bagged and boarded our Dark Knight Metal #1.
Oh, look at that.
So you can see the sweet Snickers ad on the back.
That's awesome.
Now, it's not always going to be a Snickers ad, but now it can be something cool.
That being said, I got this Civil War II variant cover here, which has a wraparound. I believe it's by Neil Adams, and so if you flip it around, you can see the back. So when you collect your books, you can actually look at it without having to take it out of the package.
Oh, it has like white plastic on it.
Yeah,
that
so you
protects it until you're ready to use it.
Peel it off, boom, you can see. And by the way, these fit in your
Cool.
regular bags, so you don't have to start over. Slab Pro's not trying to like completely take over the market by replacing boards and bags. Get your old bags, you replace them with the boards, and you have like a more sturdy. I think it's just a fun little, like, it's kind of gimmicky, but I kind of dig it because
I like it.
I kind of want to replace all my bags and boards with them because I like how more rigid my books are as a result.
And not only that, but then you can get like someone with a dry erase marker to like start drawing on the characters in the back.
I mean, you could,
And you still protect the comic.
It's true. You could, yeah. You
Your own little mustaches.
You could trust your ne'er-do-well friend to hold your comic book collection for you.
Also, I have a couple of issues that are like, here's an issue on the front, and here's an issue on the back.
Yeah, if you have your old Marvel team-up
and
books.
you can't see what's on the back through a regular board.
No,
so that would be kind of cool.
And, of course, the other thing they do, I don't do these, but if you slab your books, if you keep your books in those little plastic coffins, and you don't want to drop them, they sell these guys for your slabs. So you can put them around them, so if they fall off your shelf, you're still displaying them, and they fall off a shelf, or if you hang them on the wall and they fall down, you have more of a likelihood of not having to worry about them being replaced because they have these fun little plastic...
Especially for rated comics.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what the company that does that. But they come in there, and I have a sealed and unsealed version, by the way. They come like this. So
that's really cool.
yeah, it's nice. It's just a little like almost Nerf-like material that will hopefully absorb any shock.
It seems like a pretty high density rubber.
It's like the kind you get for your cell phone.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine a corner hits there, that thing's gonna crack.
Oh, it does, and I've seen it happen, and it really blows because the only way to fix it is to spend another $200 and send it back.
So this is kind of a worthwhile investment.
I think it is. I mean, I'm never gonna do it because I don't slab my books. But if you do, it's worth doing. So if you're interested, check out the description box below this video, or simply go to slab-pro.com and check them out, because I dig what they do, and while they did provide me with a few of these, I gotta say, I believe in what they do and I dig it. I reached out to them almost a year ago, and we finally worked something out, and I really like what they do.
Really cool. It's like, I don't know why, this makes it like weirdly more impressive. I'm like, ooh!
Yeah,
like I've never held a comic in my life.
I know. So there
Not
you
like
have
that,
it.
though.
So there's your
No.
quote. It's like holding a comic for the first time.
Feels like... No, we can't afford
No,
that.
you can't afford
No,
that
no,
song,
no.
but check them out.
That's okay, we don't have to. Slab has to.
Yeah, that's the paid promotion. They pay for us to use licensed songs. But check them out in the description, and of course go to slab-pro.com. Thanks for hanging around. Now we're jumping into Action Comics number 987. Before we get into our thoughts, let's talk about what happened in the issue. In Action Comics 987, Superman classically saves the day, lulling himself into a false sense of calm. The mysterious Mr. Oz decides he's had enough of humanity, throws his whole game away, and actively attempts to undermine the human race by exploiting a few people's weaker moments to explosive results. Superman tries his best, but Mr. Oz's calculating plans manage to cause more harm than Superman can prevent, causing despair in the supposed last son of Krypton's heart. Mr. Oz presents himself at that exact moment and teleports he and Superman to the Fortress of Solitude for a quick chat. He takes a few seconds to rag on humanity a little more before revealing the hideously scarred face of his Kryptonian father, Jor-el! That's right, folks. Mr. Oz is Jor-el. At least it looks that way. That is too bad!
Oh, come on, how is that too bad?
I liked pre-crisis Lex Luthor. That was my
Yeah.
theory. I was 100% wrong.
I know, but like, let them do something different. Lex is obvious. It's.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, this
But
is new. This is different. This
Is
is
it?
something they can explore.
Another evil Kryptonian? There's like 4 of them.
And
No.
his dad?
Hang on. I don't think he's evil. I think he
Misguided?
He doesn't get it.
Right. But that sucks because Jor-El always got it.
Or it's not Jor-El.
That's my hope.
That's what I expect.
Maybe it's Brainiac. That's always been my theory, is that it's Brainiac.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, okay. That'd be cool. That would explain the weird eye.
Right? Like somehow they merged.
I
And
mean-
like it's like his thoughts are totally tainted by Brainiac's programming.
I mean, kryptonite doesn't affect him, so...
right?
That said...
That's my clue as to why it's not Jor-El.
Right, because it doesn't... Yeah, because he's Kryptonian. If he's Kryptonian, how does it not work? What'd you guys think of the issue overall? I thought it was pretty cool. I dug it. I thought I really enjoyed it. It felt really Superman to me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I enjoyed. Again, this whole series has been just different elements of Superman, and this was just yet another one that happened to just lead into something like big and mind blowing. So yeah.
I liked a lot of it. I think it was a little preachy. But only in the sense that, like, Superman has to be our savior, and Superman has to be, like, the best of us. But,
Yeah.
And so we're going to tear humanity down some and show you all the terrible things we do. And I'm like, I get it. You've made your point, and it works. But I was like, whoa, all right, pull it back a little bit.
What do you guys think of the writing for the issue? I thought Jurgens did a nice job.
I think he always does a nice job. I think if anyone I think in Superman, I think he always does a nice job. He understands Superman. I appreciate what he does with the character. I didn't really have a problem with the villainization of humanity because, like, in a comic book, they show us snapshots of certain things that are happening at any one moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a tool that they're using. Clearly, people are acting out of the norm, and it's something that Jor-el is doing or affecting in some...
But it's not too out of the norm.
No, it's not too out of the norm.
They are all doing things that have occurred and do occur in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
they also...
he's ratcheting.
They all have the Oz
tattoos.
Yeah, right. So, like, I don't... For me, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's true.
Like, that's, like... Jor-el is going to think that will work, and that Superman won't just believe in humanity.
Exactly. What do you think of the art?
I love the art.
Yeah,
I really did. I really enjoyed the art. I like Bogdanovic's Superman. I like his action. I like his background characters, which is something I always noticed in the stuff he did for you.
Yeah.
He's just really good at creating just regular people to put in there that aren't, like, so distracting, but still something to look at.
No, he brings his A game in a way that I see it's a rare gift in very few pencilers who can, like, he can turn around work really fast, but it still looks like he spent weeks on it.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
I like the atmosphere, and I like the places that he's putting us.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
his settings and the scenery is really well done.
Yes, some artists' strengths lie in organic, like people and animals. Some artists' strengths lie in, like, the environment or like the buildings and stuff.
He bridges both.
He's a triple threat.
I gotta tell you, for me, this
because he also inks.
Well, yeah, but this issue coming out after what just happened in Action Comics.
Oh yeah, woof.
Where we, like, got to see into Superman's mind about his fears.
Yeah.
And then to see him failing to get to the places he needs to get to, I'm just like, oh my god, like, it's just, it's sort of like, it breaks my heart a little bit because, you know, like, that's what matters most to Superman.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is, like, I feel like Superman has been put through the ringer lately, but, like, he always comes out feeling on top or, like, feeling hopeful or, like, getting a good message from it. I'm interested to see where this is going to go because now this is going to deal with his family.
Yeah.
It's going to deal with those he's lost. It's going to deal with, like, potentially an individual he put up on a pedestal,
literally,
and, like, who taught him to believe in humanity and now is ripping them down.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's times like these I really wish his parents were still alive in continuity.
Yeah.
So that he had another sort of figure.
So that, like, we could see Pa and his reaction to Jor-el and have them go against each other. Yeah. I would love to see that.
That would be awesome.
I am very sad we don't see that.
Well, because then you have an ideal version of humanity, like someone who raised Clark.
Yeah.
So that he can be like, look, I understand that you're feeling this way, or I understand that you're going through this turmoil, but there is still hope.
Well, him just being like, I'd love to see him just look in the eye of Jor-el, just be like, and just spit in it.
Yeah, you're not his dad.
Yeah. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, like, you might be his father, but I'm his pa.
That's right. Yeah. I had a father. Punch. Like, oh, we're going to get that moment, no question. But overall, can you recommend Action Comics 987?
Yeah.
You gotta pick it up.
I mean, hopefully you've read it by now, since you watched us talk about...
You saw it. You saw the spoilers already. I'm sorry for that. But
they're out there.
Happening.
It's happening. Yeah. But, like, this is it. This is a big question a lot of people have had. I mean, like, from this, I'm wondering how quickly we're going to wrap up the Mr. Oz plot. He has characters stowed away. He clearly has a plan for Superman. Is he really Jor-el? Like, there's a lot going on here.
Do you guys think he's Jor-el?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing that. I think that the whole Oz thing will be over by the end of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
You think it'll wrap up all elements, even stuff that happened in, like, in Detective?
Yeah. I think that Superman's going to go into the prison, release everybody, and be like, that's the end of it. Boom, that's
even
over.
Mixie?
Yeah.
He shouldn't.
I know.
Just kick him into the sun.
Yeah, but he has to. He's like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm Superman.
You go to the Phantom Zone. So there you have it, everybody. Those are our reviews of both Dark Knight's Metal #2 and Action Comics 987. Now let's get into recommendations, books that are coming out this week that you can pick up and we think you should check out. I'll start with Renew Your Vows #11, written by Jerry Conway with art by Ryan Stegman. It's the only book you're going to get that has a spider marriage in it, and they're never going to bring it back, so if you don't buy this book, you're never going to see it in any form except trade paperbacks and back issues. So buy this book and keep it going.
And if you don't buy this book, Sal's not going to get it more.
I mean, I'm going to buy it. So yeah,
you're going to buy it,
want
more.
I want to see the series continue because it's really tight. Unfortunately, Jerry Conway's leaving the book, but that's rough. But pick it up while you can, and we'll see where it goes.
Pick it up while you can.
It should not be any surprise, of course, that I'm going to be recommending Aquaman number 28, written by Dan Abnett with art by Steven Sajic. I really think that it's going to be just a fun read. I've been reading the series. I know I don't normally read like a lot of regular comics, but this has been one. It's made the exception, and I think it deserves it. The art's really cool, the story's been fun, and it's got a cool Aquaman in it. And you're getting Dolphin, who Tiffany loves.
I do like Dolphin. She looks cool. You made it seem like it was going to be some bimbo, but she wasn't.
Well...
By the way, I just want to comment on what Ben just said about how only Aquaman deserves his reading. Like, the series we read are crap.
No.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
Well, that's not how it's meant.
No, that's how I took it, though. That's
well,
what
you were
happened.
incorrect.
Meanwhile, Doctor Strange number 25 is coming out this week. Not by Dennis Hopeless.
Good.
Also not by Donny Cates.
What?
Yeah,
we're doing... entire Team Switch?
We're just taking a mini break here. Look, if I don't get Donny Cates on Doctor Strange 2, I'm going down to Marvel, and I'm going to start banging down doors.
Yeah, just push it over to Cuba.
There's gonna be news reports on me. I'm gonna be all over Twitter. It's gonna be real bad. This is the 25th issue. They're using it as an excuse to basically be done with doing the tie-ins. Because don't forget, Strange has been stuck in a tie-in for the past 4 issues. I can't even remember at this point. Stuck in the Secret Wars tie-in. We're finally out of that, but we're not starting the new series yet. We're gonna take a break. We're going to do an extra long 25th issue, a whole 32 pages.
Oh, that's how long comics used to be.
Right? In this, it's written by John Barber, who had been doing the Doctor Strange Punisher crossover.
Magic Bullets?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not terrible. Like, it's a little different, but, I'll take it for right now, with art by Kevin Nolan, so I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Yeah, they're just teasing. It's going to be a one-shot story.
Good.
It's going to be an old Strange villain who he's fought in the past, but now he comes back because Strange is weakened. Yes! Doctor Strange book is going to follow the plot line that Doctor Strange doesn't have much magic.
Oh!
Imagine that.
The days like where magic
Last days of magic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost like it really
stuff.
happened. Also, I just want to point out that Batman number 16 is coming out this week.
Batman 16?
Yeah, again. Because it's a Batman Day special edition. So if you're a collector of variants, you might want to go out and grab this one. One of the variants is a Dark Knight Returns cover, the Lightning Strike. Yeah. But Harley's there with it.
Okay.
Because, of course, Batman Day this year, which will be actually this Saturday, the 23rd will be Batman Day, is going to be taken over by Harley Quinn because it's the 25th anniversary of Batman the Animated Series, which means it's also the 25th anniversary of the invention of Harley Quinn. So she's taking over Batman Day this year.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to point that out for all you collectors.
Nice. So there you have it, everybody. Those were our recommendations for this week, and we'll see you guys next week with an all-new episode. And don't forget, while you're celebrating Batman Day, if you're in the Baltimore area, you can run into me and Tiffany on Friday and Saturday. I'll be there Saturday, she'll be there Friday, but bump into us and say hey, and we'll see you guys then. But thanks a lot for watching. See you next week.